what's the point, or why bother? One of the answers is because it sets you apart, so that when you eventually go to the job market, you'll have skills and experience to offer that so many other folks don't have.
And so that's something that we're really good at, is taking some of those conceptual things and giving people the skills that employers are looking for.
So when I finished my undergraduate, there were a lot of things that I was looking into, but they all said you need either a master's or the equivalent of 5 years experience. But getting that 5 years of experience, it's like a trade-off. You can either go immediately into the business world, or you can continue to do the academic sphere. But I honestly think that having this sort of the theoretical knowledge just makes you a more well-rounded candidate.
But what employers really look for, especially if you're looking for a job in market research or something like that, is having research training. And so going on and doing master's or doctoral level coursework will give you that extra edge in the job market.
And a master's, it lets you take on that leadership skill, take on that extra role at your organization, and think more deeply about whatever it is that you're doing.
After the master's program, I ideally want to do environmental public relations, so trying to help communities and individuals understand how sustainability can be incorporated in everyday life. I definitely think the skills that I'm learning through the master's public relations program can take me there.
I've set 2 objectives for myself. It's either I'll be teaching in a college, or I'll work for a non-profit organization. So for me to be involved in teaching, I have to take a Ph.D. So doing a master's first is one of them, my step towards Ph.D.
My goal is to merge this with my other love, which is music. And so my goal is to work advertising at a major music firm such as Yamaha, Korg, Hammond.
My experience when I did my master's, I feel like in that first year of the master's and the second year of the master's, I feel like I learned more than I learned in my entire undergraduate degree.
In the undergraduate program, we're really focused on a specific set of skills, but on the graduate program, we're more moving up toward understanding the philosophy of the field. In this case, it's advertising and public relations.
The master's program is different because that's where you've got your basic skills from undergrad, and now you go in and really talk about things in depth. When I teach master's courses here and doctoral courses as well, there's a lot of working with case studies, a lot more hands-on applied kind of stuff, rather than just the basics that you're getting in the undergraduate program.
Compared to an undergraduate course, I also require graduate students to take responsibility for a fair amount of the class time. So I will lecture for a small period of time, and I sort of serve as a coach and sometimes a ringmaster, but I expect that students they're going to lead discussions, they're going to bring in information to share with the class, and so it's not just, it's more of a two-way collaboration rather than what we call the banking system, where I hold all the knowledge and I just give it out. And that, particularly for graduate students, it's important that they become involved, because they're going to be the market researchers and they're going to be the brand managers when they get out.
When I teach graduate students, my focus is on the question why. So assuming that they have received all this information in previous years or in their BA studies, it's important that they understand why things are happening, why this fact is happening and this fact is not happening, this behavior of consumers is happening and this is not happening, mainly because this is the biggest skill, or the most important skill, for advertising decision makers.
So in terms of expectations for the master's program and the master's students, we really expect them to be critical thinkers.
What's exciting about graduate studies here is that ability to work more closely with professors and also get familiar with their research projects, to be able to approach them and say, hey, I'd like to work with you on something, or can you give me some experience with research, because I don't really know what it is.
Some classes tend to be more practically oriented. We tend to focus on building their skills, such as the new media driver's license, media relations courses, where we not only focus on acquiring the skills, but we also build the theory around it to understand it on a more theoretical and conceptual level. There are also some courses that are purely theoretical. PR concepts and theories, advertising theories. There are courses at the doctoral level that master's students can also take that are really focused on understanding human behavior within the context of advertising and public relations.
I definitely think there's a lot of advantages to pursuing an MA right after your bachelor's. So first, that knowledge is very fresh in your mind and you can easily jump in and sort of build upon that base.
The master's program here is very broad. It covers marketing, it covers advertising, it covers research. So there are a wide of options when you graduate. Most people just think public relations is just about being a company spokesperson. But here the program is very wide such that it gives you a lot of options when you graduate.
Just being around intelligent people and having good conversations and learning all about the different academic theories behind why people actually purchase things and what creates a loyal consumer versus just a consumer with a spending habit at one place just looking for the next best thing. And so it's very important, I think, to have these conversations and to be able to drill down. And the teachers do a really good job here making sure everybody has a voice and everybody has their ideas shared.
There is a saying in China that 授之以鱼不如授之以渔. That means it is better for you to teach a person how to fish than just give a fish to him directly. I think that is how MSU master degree teach me. Knowledge is changing every day, and I think it's really important to learn the learning skill so I can not be left behind by the world.
The biggest challenge for me is coming into a master's program in public relations with absolutely no public relations background. I was really nervous coming in, but like I said, it's really been my calling for me. It's a perfect fit.
And I also think this master degree I got here in Michigan State University is helping me to know more about myself, like what's my strength, what I really enjoy doing, what I'm really bad at. So that really helped me to make my career choice in like wiser way.